point, that is next concept, Lux-Flood concept. Now here this concept is first of all proposed by the two scientists. One is Lux, second will be Flood. That is here H. Lux in 1939 and again H. Flood in 1947. This can be derived and hence it is called the Lux-Flood concept, which can be defines acids and bases. Now according to Lux-Flood concept, acids are the substances. Now these are the substances which are called as oxide ion acceptor. That is, these are acids are the substances which are called as the oxide ion acceptor. The substance which can be accept oxide ions, these are called as the acids. Again, when we have taken as a bases can be oxide ion donor. Oxide ion donor atoms are called as the bases. Now here this definition can be given by the scientist H. Lux and H. Flood, and hence it is called as the Lux-Flood concept. Now this concept can be used, the idea, how the idea can be explained as, suppose we have taken here, that is, this is the calcium oxide. This can be combined with the SiO2 and formation of CaSiO3 can be takes place. Now this is the reaction. Among this, one is the acid substance, second will be base substance. According to this definition, any substance which can be accept oxide ions, among these two substances, who accepted the oxide ions, suppose we have taken here calcium oxide, but generally what happens here, there is no oxygen along with the calcium, hence it is called as the donor. When we have taken donor, it is called as the base. Here donor is called as the base, acceptor is called as the acid, it is called as the acid. And when both combines together, formation of the salt can be takes place. This is the acid base reactions. Now how the mechanism can be takes place as concerned to here donation of the oxide ions. Suppose we have taken here, that is calcium oxide, it can be able to donate here Ca2 plus O2 minus. Here this is called as the donor species. If we have taken SiO2, now this SiO2 it can be used as concerned, that is the gain of this O double minus, and hence it will be converted into SiO3, here minus 2 minus charge will becomes, and therefore we know that here Ca2 plus again SiO3 plus, they will be comes together and combination can be takes place. Then means here what happens, Ca2 plus SiO3 2 minus, this can be used the formation as CaSiO3, and therefore this reaction can be takes place, which is called as the acid base reactions. Simple definition, the substance which is able to accept the oxide ions, it is called as the acid, and the substance which will be able to donate oxide ions, it is called as the base, and therefore this donation, this will be exception can be takes place, and therefore acid base reaction will be comes. As like to here, that is as like to these reactions, there are so many reactions can be explained in case of the acid base reactions. Suppose we have taken MgO, magnesium oxide. This magnesium oxide, this can be combined with CO2 and it is converted into MgCO3. This MgCO3, it is a salt. Totally what happens here, this oxide can be goes from this magnesium oxides, it is a donor, means it is called as the base. This will be acid. Again suppose we have taken PbO plus SO3, this will be converted as Pb that is PbSO4. PbSO4, this can be acts as the PbO, this is the base. SO3, it is acid, and therefore this will be salt. Again you should take here, that is titanium dioxide plus here Na2S2O7 can be taken, and therefore totally what happens here, this is called as the base, this can be donate. How this reaction can be takes place? You should take here, that is TiOSO4 can be forms. Again Na2SO4 can be forms. Here what happens? Totally one oxygen comes here in along with the titanium instead of two, means this can be acted as the base, this will be acid, formation of TiOSO4. This will be takes place, this will be also formation can be occurs, and therefore these are the substances which are able to donate the oxide ions. These are called as the base, which accept oxide ions. These are acids. Formation of the salt can be takes place. This idea is given by the scientist Lux-Flood, and hence it is called as the concept of Lux-Flood. Now generally what happens here, there are some substances which will be acts as the, you can say, amphoteric behavior. Amphoteric behavior can be also obtained in case of some compounds, some substances. They can be shown as the amphoteric nature, means they acts as the acid as well as base. That is, some they can be acts as the acids and also bases. And this idea can be explained by taking off, if suppose we have taken as Al2O3 plus Na2O can be taken. Now generally what happens here, this can be used the formation of the salt NaAlO2 can be occurs. Here we have taken 2 aluminum, 2 sodium, hence this can be written as twice NaAlO2. Now here generally what happens, suppose we have taken as sodium Na2, here oxygen not comes and hence it is called as the base. This acts as the base, this acts as the acid. Now this compound behaves as the acid in these reactions. Also you should take care that Al2O3, this Al2O3 can be taken, again this can be combined as SiO2. Now here what happens, the reaction can be formed as, that is generally it will be used as AlSiO3, this can be obtained. This will be taken as, you should take here, that is twice AlSiO3, twice can be taken. How this reaction can be balanced as, that is suppose we have taken here, that is how many oxygen will becomes, you should take here, that is 3, or you can say 6 SiO2 can be taken. When we have taken as 6 SiO2, generally they becomes as, that is 6 Si can be taken, and therefore this reaction can becomes as AlSiO3 can be occurs, or you can say simple, that is the product can be taken as like to Al2SiO3. We should take here twice. How this balanced as, we should take generally what happens, 3 oxygen can becomes, we have taken 3 SiO2. Simple reaction becomes as 3 SiO2, means when we are going to balance the reactions, that time these calculations have been made here. We have taken 2 aluminum, 2 aluminum, silicon, 3 silicons, here 3 silicons. 3 by 3 means 9 oxygen atoms will becomes 3 to 6, 3. And therefore what happens here, here this can be acts as the base, because we have taken here, that is aluminum, all oxygen will be goes in case of silicon, hence this can be acts as the base, this acts as the acid. This will be acid, this will be base. It is called as the amphoteric behavior as concerned to you can say here that Al2O3 acts as the amphoteric behaviors. Again also when we have taken as concerned, that is you should take another examples. If we have taken ZNO, this ZNO combines with the Na2O, and therefore it can be forms as Na2 ZNO2 can be occurs. Means this ZNO2, this can be acts as the base. This will be acid. Now again what happens here, we have taken ZNO plus we should take Na2S2O7. This can be used as, what this gives as, this totally forms as ZnSO4 plus Na2SO4, and therefore totally along with the zinc oxygen will be comes, but generally what happens here, totally this oxygen will be goes here, and therefore totally it can be acts as the base. Here it acts as the base, here it acts as the acid, and therefore this is the role of the amphoteric behaviors. Also sometimes what happens here, ionic form can be taken. Auto-ionization can be also explained. Suppose we have taken NaF plus AlF3. Now this can be used as, what it used as, suppose we have taken, this can be used as Na3 AlF6. This idea can be occurs. Suppose we have taken here 5NaF. Now generally what happens here, all the chlorine from the sodium, this will be called, this will be able to donate, and therefore generally what happens here, this will be called as the base, and this can be accept, this is called as the acid. Auto-ionization can be also occurs as like this. Here chlorine we have taken, not oxides. This can be explains, and also you should come towards, that is, suppose we have taken P4O10. This will be acts as the, you can say, base, but when it dissolved in the waters, it can be used H3PO4, phosphoric acid can be occurs. We have taken here phosphorus 4 atoms, we should take 4 atoms, and this idea can be also comes in case of these reactions, but generally this no well explanation can be occurs. Some advantages can be taken. Now when we have taken advantages, first will be applications. This can be applicable in case of geochemistry. Geochemistry it will be applicable. Second will be ceramics. Ceramics, this concept can be applicable. Third will be you should take electrochemistry. This concept can be occurs. Now so many applications as concerned this concept can be taken. Geochemistry, ceramics, electrochemistry, this concept can be applicable. Disadvantages. Now disadvantages are, suppose we have taken, this possesses some limitations, means when we have taken the low dielectric constant media, this concept is not explained. Also what happens here, suppose we have taken other, that is limitations will be comes for this concept, no well explanation will be occurs. In this way we can explain as concerned to Lux-Flood concept. Now these are the concept of acids and bases. We have seen Arrhenius concept, Bronsted-Lowry concept, again we have seen Lewis concept, again this would be Lux-Flood concept.